Hey everyone, welcome to another 1/6 unboxing and review. Today we have Triple from Flagset FS73029. Flagset is known for military figures, but often video game inspired, so not necessarily historical, but clothing and weapons are based on real-world items. In the original solicitations, it was called Red Alert Soviet Female Officer Katyusha. The only game that comes to mind was Command & Conquer Red Alert. It was an RTS game back in the 90s and early 2000s. The Red Alert series did feature a campaign with some B-movie grade live-action cutscenes in the 2008 Red Alert 3. They were pretty cheesy, but they managed to get some recognizable stars. Gina Carano from Mandalorian, Jamie Chung, Kelly Hu, Tim Curry, George Takei, J.K. Simmons, and the Office Vice President. Bond girl Ivana Milikovich plays the closest character that resembles Katyusha here, but barely. Let's get to the unboxing. On the front we have a Soviet star with hammer and sickle, with a CCCP and I believe what translates to Soviet Union underneath. We have the Flagset logo, a step, a footprint, triple. On one side we have a picture with the regular uniform. On the other we have her with the coat and winter hat or Ushanka. On the back we have the product page with a figure in the black uniform as well as in the overcoat. In the top corner we have the Kalashnikov, a naggun revolver, 7 hands total, and a white crotch grabber stand with the CCCP logo. The figure is split into 2 foam trays. Now be careful when you open this, there are some small pieces that can come loose during transit. One of the clips in the second tray came loose and I eventually found it rattling around in the box. On the top tray we have the whole figure wrapped in plastic, the 2 hats, the coat, as well as a small bag that has replacement buttons. On the second tray there's the Kalashnikov, the Nagin, an additional sidearm, the Hungarian Famaru, that was not shown on the product page. The 2 clips for that one which fell out initially as I mentioned, and 2 clips for the Kalashnikov. Her armband, shoulder straps, holster, 5 extra hands, and the stand. Now let's get everything out and take a look at accessories. So here's everything out of the box, and you can see that it comes with quite a bit of stuff. So let's take a look at the hat or palata. It's nicely tailored, and you can see there's a star in the front. That's a standard soldier's emblem. And here's the Ushanka. It's got a little foam insert on the back there to keep its shape. It's a little fluffy. And as such, it's probably not as neat as it should be, but it's still pretty cool item. You see the emblem here is that of the sergeant. Here's an armband with the Soviet logo. This just goes right on our arm with the Velcro attachment. Here's the coat that comes with the figure. You can see it's pretty nicely tailored. It's got inner lining as well. It's got a lot of tiny buttons, but it's got these clip-ons here that you can clip on so you don't have to actually button the jacket up. And here's the belt that goes around the coat. Also comes with a little bag of buttons, replacement buttons. Here's the stand, standard crotch grabber, except it's white, and you can see the logo here. Here's the shoulder strap. And here's the holster. It's got a couple buckles, and you can wrap around and clip it on here. So let's take a look at the guns. Here's a Kalashnikov. It's pretty simple. It's very light, not much weathering on it, but it's nicely detailed. There's not much articulation to this. It's just this charging handle right here that is spring loaded and does move back and forth. Also comes with a strap, you can see here, and I'll just attach to these two clips on the sides here. Next we have the Nagant revolver, often used with the Russian military in the 1930s, later replaced by semi-automatic TTs. Again, this is pretty simple, it's plastic. It's not die cast. The barrel does come out, it swings out this way, and it's just held by friction. This also has a little bit of movement here. Finally, we have this Hungarian Famaru with very distinctive markings on the side. Let's see if I can get this focused. On the other side, you can see there's actually the type and engravings here. This was not included in the advertisements, but they included it as well. The Famaru was sold to the Germans during World War II. I presume Katyusha here knocked out a German soldier and grabbed one for herself. And finally, we have the two clips. Here's the two clips for the Famaru, which I mentioned came loose in the box. You can see it's very tiny. It does have a gold painted bullet on the top. That's about it. And this inserts into the gun. It's fairly tight. There you go. And for the Kalashnikov, we have two clips as well, with the gold plated bullets on top. This just slots in like that. So let's take a look at the extra hands that comes with the figure. So aside from the two-fisted hands that's on the figure, we have one grabby hand, we have two trigger fingers, and we have two open hands. So one thing I did want to mention is that these are made with softer plastic. You can see there's quite a bit of flexibility with it, especially with this open hand. See that the fingers can move quite a bit. They're nicely molded, but there's no fancy weathering. So let's take a closer look at the figure itself. So here we can see the head. You'll notice that the hair is actually a bluish gray instead of straight white. It feels like it's made of mohair, and it's softer and finer than some of the other wigs that come with 1/6 figures. You can see that the head's pretty close to the prototype, except it's lacking probably in the flecking. The head is nice if you're grabbing it loose for a kit bash, but comparing to other heads, it's on the smaller side, so be aware of that. Her insignias, from what I can tell, she's a senior lieutenant. You can also see that the hair's been tied back. This is probably to prevent hair from getting too unruly. And also keep it neat when you put the hat on. And then we have the two side bangs that are actually curled. And we see the fairly nice tailoring on the suit, although it's probably a little bit poofy. She has 3 medals here. I'm not sure if they represent anything specific. It appears to be general awards of service, so she's highly decorated. The big one looks like the Soviet Order of Patriotic War. The boots are nice for a comic book style look, but I'm probably going to have to change them for regular military boots. Also, I feel that the foot is a bit too large. You don't notice it from the front, but definitely from the side if we compare it to a spare boot I have. Also, the connection here at the ankle is adding a bit of height to the figure, so it appears that she has super long legs. That combined with the smaller head, it makes it look like she has a bit of anime proportions. Overall, this is a neat set. She'll work for a comic book spy or agent in your collection. When I first ordered, I was getting a Natalia from Danger Girls vibe from her. The coat and hats are nice as well.